So here we go. We have Philly versus Tampa Bay. What I found out after this game was that they're actually the number 17 player on Madden. So I didn't know that ahead of time, but we're in for a tough one here. Um, at least I don't have to worry about a mobile quarterback, but do have to worry about their run game and the high point passes and whatnot. So they start with a run, stop them with no gain. Have to sub in my nickel cornerback because he's injured. And so they're coming back out with a three wide receiver, one tight end, one running back set. But I'm still going to be playing the pass via some zones. And, they get a nice run on second down to make it 3rd and 5. I don't want to overcommit to the run. I want to be conservative and not get beat deep unless they can outrun my zones, which our corners, the Eagles' corners, aren't the fastest. So you see that out. I played it, but then I ran back inside. The Eagles' corners are all good in like 90 to 92 speed, but so it helps them, in their zones. But if I'm gonna try to man people up, they may not be able to run their crossers that a lot of people play with. So they run the ball again. We stop them for 3 yards. So three rushes, 9 yards, not bad so far. I'm sticking with nickel, I believe, and still zone, not bringing anyone extra. And they go play action here, and I actually didn't see him sitting there on the red, but we had the deeper routes covered. He was wide open, good check down by them. So now they're coming out in a heavier set with 3 tight ends, so I go to 4-4, but still, I believe, so I go monster green, which does bring an extra rusher, but still has some decent pass coverage, and they're able to beat me with a dump off. There's no flat, and I wasn't keying the running back there. So good read by them. So far, they're just marching up the field on me. Basically no resistance. Just hoping to get a turnover. So now I'm playing DE contain, not because I think they're going to run with Tom Brady, but you see 1-on-1, that guy was open but dropped the ball. But I do it just in case they're going to roll out with the quarterback. So I do it once again, just in case they're going to try to roll out or do an outside run. But I'm using with that linebacker, and they play fake again. I cover the deeper cross, and we actually get pressure on them. So that was a good defense right there. So now they're back to single back ace, and here, 3rd down, I consider, do I try to bring some pressure, or do I play it conservative and I drop back with the lefty end, try to cover that middle guy, and we actually get there. So it's 4th and 17, and I figure they'll be kicking the field goal to take their 3, but they actually are going for it here on 4th and 17. I don't know, how good their kicker is. You see in this zone, I'm vulnerable in the deep middle, so that's what I'm watching with like the deep crossers. So that's why I'm kind of leveraged. And their Reddick as a end, he's actually 87 speed as a linebacker, and they throw it deep and we break it up. So we get a stop, and that is huge to start the game. So I come out with my I form, motion out the tight end, just a simple run, get caught up on the fullback, which is actually the tight end, and 2-yard gain. So I'm considering, do I want to be aggressive and pass deep or go with a screenplay? And so I do come out with a screen. They are blitzing a corner. We have a good ability to get yards here, and he played and was aggressive with the tackle, but we did get the first down. So now I want to give them some more pistol work. Um, you have Pascal on the right and Watkins on the left, so if you flip it, you get Watkins on this jet pass. But I like to use this to. Sometimes I'll start out with the jet sweep and then run the dive, but in this game, I wanted to run the dive to set up potentially a bigger play with the jet sweep. But now we come out in this formation to pass. Got the crosser, big hit by them, and it's 3rd and 1. I wish we would have gotten the first down there, but we didn't. And so, did come out in goal line, which is smart because I'm going fullback dive, but we get it. So now we should be in field goal range, but we want obviously a touchdown. Not chewing clock or anything here, but I would like to take some time off if we're going to run it down. That was a potential for a bigger run right there. Neat. Double safety blitz. That was a good blitz by them. So now I don't want to run too much because then they can run commit. The nice thing about pistol and going gun is they have to respect the pass and the fast guys. And a lot of people will, take this check down, which is good. And so right here, I probably could have got 4 to 5 more yards. Maybe I could have scored. I'm not sure. But I didn't want to take a big hit on Sanders and then not be, him, be knocked out of the game. So that was the reason, why I stepped out of bounds. That looked like a big hole, but we didn't get much there. Still double safety blitzing. So now I'm considering, coming out with this fade stop and then auto-balling the inside guys. Yep, to slant. Maybe RB to dump off. To have one going one way, one going the other. And I had him, but I threw a high pass because I was worried about the linebackers. And surprised, the double safety blitz again. That should have been a touchdown on the slant. So now we have our backup tight end, and I'm going to motion him across to bring him on a slant inside. So if I can run that way. I had RB, but we take the touchdown. Big hit, but we don't fumble. So we do end up scoring. It looked like we were not going to be able to. So we start this game up 7-0. And 3 minutes to go. We need to now play some solid defense. And so, like I said, I don't know that they're, top 20 on the leaderboard as I'm playing them. So I'm just going to play like I do any other game. At this point, hold them to 3, get the ball back at halftime, and hopefully be up by 2 scores. That's always the goal. So sticking with nickel, going conservative, because I don't want to blitz Tom Brady and get torched. So they're coming guns double, so I do go back to nickel, and we do have man-to-man, but the cover 1 safety does provide some protection, and I work the other side with the 2 wide receivers. Now I fake as if I'm coming up. I don't know if they're doing adjustments here for protection or what, but trying to psych them out a bit, and they just have some crossers. I take that crosser, but I overran it. It was the right kind of read, but not well played by me. Alright, so some more cover 3. Shift out Reddit in case it's an outside run, or if they run it out with the tight end, and or like a dump off to Fournette. But they don't dump it off. They run 2 crossers, and there's a weird pass there. I don't know if Brady was under pressure or not. So now they have 2nd and 10 from their own 35. And so we come out, cover 3 yet again. User with Edwards, try to control the middle. And that seam was open. I couldn't click on anyone fast enough to do anything there. Good pass by them. Just playing the tight end there. So far, our one big stop came on a 4th down, but they've been able to move the ball consistently. So back to the 3 tight end set. Now I think they could do some toss plays on blitzing from the opposite side, but they play action flood, and we have it covered. We didn't touch the guy until he rode back in front of the marker, so it became 2nd and inches instead of a 1st down. So now we have cover 2, and they run, and nice run skills by them. So they had 3 rushes for 9 yards, so that was a 15-yard rush. And now at this point, they're going into goal line. So, do I call a timeout now, or do I wait until after this play? And so I match goal line with goal line, and we stop them for 3 yards there. And I want to see if they're going to go goal line again, because I'll match it. So they go goal line, and this time I think I played the one where they fan out. So not the A gap, but the B and C gap is what the defensive line is really playing for. And I don't know what adjustments they were doing, but I think he was, I don't know if he was just figuring out right or left, but the clock's not running, so I don't know if this is blocking assignments or what they had going on. They end up running into the B gap, and they got 4 to 5 yards there. So now we have, I use another timeout. So they go goal line again. Got a minute left. So I'm like, either they score or we stop them. Like, we really don't want them to get a 1st down and then not have a shot. But so this one we play the inside, and we get a nice tackle there, one-on-one tackle, and it's 4th and 1. So here, they can get a 1st down, touchdown, or we stop them. And we're hoping for a stop. So now they're coming out gun, but I'm worried about inside runs. So I come out in the 4-4. Gonna watch that running back. He motions them out. I take the corner. I can't control the D end. I'm like, alright, gotta watch him. And they get the pass completed, but only for 2 yards. So we actually get, it's not the worst case or best case scenario, but it's 1st and goal on the 3. We have no timeouts left, so we're not gonna be able to do anything before half. I come back out in the 4-4 thinking they may pass again, but I think we can play run. I'm not gonna blitz everyone just in case they go play action on us. And they're right to milk the clock. And can I guess the gap that they're Gonna run through and check this out. I guessed the gap and ran right by him. That's right. That was horrible. But, you know, it is what it is. So 12 seconds left before half. And, you know, I had to know something's up when they're going for two here. And normally people would do this at the end of the game to go for a win, but they're doing it early and they get the 2 points, so they're up. And so it makes the math of the rest of the game tricky, because now I have to go for 2 the next time. Otherwise, you know, they can just go for 1 and be up 15 to 14. So I let that go because I want a chance at maybe a Hail Mary, so like save clock. And it's weird, but Pascal is the Eagles' third wide receiver, so Watkins isn't on this Hail Mary play. But I tried to time it, and they knock it out. That would have been the end of the half, and that's also a little bit dangerous of a pass, because if they intercept that, they're going to get 3 points likely before the half. So I figure, alright, maybe we can get them on a screen play, and we get that out. And I took it outside prematurely, but there was like 5 guys to beat there. And so before half, I used one of my money plays, and you'll see this play in one of the future videos. Maybe it's the next video or the one after, but when I need something deep, I really like this play. Sometimes I audible it, sometimes I don't. You see Watkins, and then just throw it inside. And there wasn't enough time to get out of bounds or anything, but he's just so dangerous. And, you know, if I started with that, maybe we would have had a field goal, but still no timeout. So we received the ball to start the half. I hopefully didn't give away my, you know, one of my top plays there, but, you know, now we are in it. Now I am starting out with 2 clock here, because I'm figuring, man, this is gonna be a tough game. Like they're already like positioning it to be a tricky points game. So I come out and I do my jet sweep to Watkins, and I bounced off of him but couldn't break it. So that's 16 yards. Like I said, like I tried to use the other plays to set it up, and now I can go back to running with Sanders off of that. So we fake it to Pascal, and then we run straight up the middle, and we get, you know, another 11 yards there. So I like to stick in this formation. Like, obviously, if no one's going in motion, and I probably should put people in motion on the pass plays, but you know, they have to stay honest. So we go screen, get decent block, so only 6 yards. Nice tackle by them. Now I'm going to go back to my jet sweep. And so this is a fake to Watkins, and you know, he's been burned a couple times, and they stop it though, so only 2 yards there. So yeah, if I run it too much, they get to figure it out, but I also don't know the quality of player that I'm playing, like how experienced they are. So now I'm gonna just try to get this first down with some drags or drop offs. So they're playing both of those. I drew the drop off, probably needed to get to the slant. So it's 4th and 4. I probably should have kicked a 69-yard field goal. So here we go, 4th down, and do I try to run it? Look at B, and try to get around them. I had B so open. And that's clutch defense by them. But I really needed to either kick the field goal or throw it to be there in a game like this. So, back to running, which makes sense. And so now I'm like, man, we can't give up a touchdown. Like, we really need to hold them to 3. 3rd and inches. This could be a big stop right here. But I'm not really overselling a run because I don't want to give up a big play. But they do run it. Easy first down. And they actually get like 12 yards there. So single back. Now we're going to play the contain. But now we have 5 down linemen. And they go play action. And just a nice pass. See, the man to man, Evans. Maybe Slade could do better on him, but it's a good ball. But that's his first catch for 20 yards. I can't be that disappointed. But 3-4 under just to give me a better shot with the run. We're sticking with this with some zone as well. At a certain point, I'm thinking, oh man, I should have just went for the quarterback. Would have had the sack, and they got a nice game there. But what I'm thinking is, well, do we just let them score so we have time? And I'm wondering, well, if they score, do they go for 2 to be up by 9, or do they take the 1 point? I hope they would just. I hope that they would just go for 1, so I'm still in the game, obviously. But also, they 1 for 2. Hopefully, I could stop them. And so that was a nice route, but he came out and then ended up losing 3 yards. It's pretty funny play. Don't know if that was on purpose or not to like use more time, but secure catch and then roll backwards. So this gives them more space to operate in, but also helps me to play the pass a bit more. And that's just I've been playing a lot of zone, and they beat the zone there. Only like using like out on the outside maybe, but typically I'm not playing that far outside. So they decide to take the 1 point. So we're still in the game. It is 15-7. So can we make a comeback? And they actually kick it to Watkins' side, so I decide to pitch it back to him. See if we can get some magic going, stretch them out, and nope. So we could have been at the 25, but we're at the 18. Now I don't know who I'm playing. I'm kind of like, well, I want to make this fun. But I actually, I score on this play sometimes. I put my running back in and run a sweep. And you see, like, if I get outside here, I mean, their defense is so fast. But sometimes, like, against regular defense, it's a decent play. You should give it a try. So now I'm like, well, I want to come back out this formation, but put my number 1 tight end in. But I've already shown this play at the beginning, at the end of the second quarter. So do I want to run the post, see if he tried to jump the slant, and if I can get my post in there. But since I tried to roll out, and this should have been picked, I almost caught it after he tipped it, but it should have been picked. But this is where I need to just climb up in the pocket, and I probably would be able to actually throw that post on that play. So it's 3rd down. I'm figuring, all right, let me just throw the slant, and they could have picked that off right there. That was not a good decision. 4th and 14. I mean, this is basically a game, because if I don't get it, they get an easy three, so they're up 11, and they stop me. So I concede the game, and yeah, I'll show it. But I found out that they were ranked pretty well, and so I don't feel as bad. Normally I would fight and play to the end, but I basically just handed them a field goal there. So I knew that the game was probably over.